thought I'd show you how good my pressure is on my kitchen tap. See, pretty good. This one leaks a bit, so that's not bad. I changed the cartridge, and it clicks like it's got half setting and a full. So it's just something about the cheap cartridge I got, but it still leaks. So I think I need a new tap because the cartridge was the wrong one. Okay, so here's a test of all the shower heads I've got. This is the original Heimer one. My Heimer's a 2002 B584 Classic. So it's the sort of... so this one, okay. Now at the moment the solar's on and it's charging at close to 14 volts. So it's best case scenario. That's not bad. It's pretty good. I can't remember it being that good, but that's not bad. It's also, this head's got that thing where you can do that. I'd be happy with that, but I can't remember it being that good. So maybe when the solar's not on and the voltage is more like 12.4 or something, it's not as good. I'll have to test that. Okay, this is a very cheap one. I can't remember how much it was. Maybe €10, something like that. Which compared to this little one is expensive. Anyway, let's try. My solar's really charging a lot now, so it's over 14 volts, I think. It's all right. A lot of them dribble, like from weird places. I should turn the solar off because I think it's giving a false impression. I think I didn't like this. I can't remember why. It seems fine, but not as good as the original. Yeah, you can see that. Actually, that's a good test. If you hold it like that and see how quickly it gets to the brewer's droop, that gives you an indication of how strong the pressure is coming out of it, all the holes. Yeah, look, it's dribbling everywhere. Okay, now this is another French supermarket special. That wasn't very expensive. I can't remember how much. I got it a long time ago, maybe €20 or something. Came with the new hose, which I needed. It's quite heavy with all the junk inside, the beads and the water, but I don't mind it. Oh, shame. My solar's at 13.8 volts. Yeah, the magic beads, I think they soften hard water or something. Who knows if they do anything? I don't know. It seems like a load of rubbish, but anyway, they're there. It has extremely small holes in the head, but that means you get a very strong spray. Well, a fairly strong spray, and it's fine, and good even coverage. I quite like this one. Although if you drop it, because of that metal ring around the head, drop it on the floor, you could do some damage, so you've got to be very sure of your grip. Yeah, it's all right. I think it might be my favourite one. Not sure. Okay, lastly, I thought I'd try this one, Ugly Beast, with the little reducing washer inside here. Let's see. I need to try them back to back. I think it's a slower flow, so it would save you some water. Yeah, it is slower because it's sort of dribbling from the centre there, which it didn't before. It's still all right though. Okay, now we've got the Eco Camel one, which has got a fairly big head. Not quite as big as the little one, but it's fairly big. This is the standard one, which has got a fixed head, no adjustment. And their claim to fame is they have this air inlet thing here, which they say gives a stronger flow or some rubbish like that. Let's see. Now my solar's gone down to about 13.4, so it's a bit overcast and it's got a bit of pulsing. That was the word I was trying to look for the previous one. This I don't mind it. This is quite good. It's got good even pattern of holes. I should have done that with all of them. And quite a strong, reasonably strong thing. You know what I mean by thing. Stream. Strong stream. So that's not bad if you like big droplets of water compared to the magic bead one. Yeah, that's all right. This is, I think, £38. Pretty expensive. It's just started raining here, so it's going to be a bit of noise on the bathroom, on the roof, of course. Now, this is the better Eco Camel one, more expensive, £42. Same design, except the head's different. It's got an adjustable thing with 3 settings. So you can have the inner circle of jets or the outer circle, or both together. So let's see what that's like. I think this one, okay, so here we go, the inner. This is similar to the original Heimer thing. Maybe it's a bit stronger. It's quite good. I did find that when you have both on, it's a little bit hard with one hand to tell when you've got it in the right spot. I think that's something like that. That's a bit weak. I think because there are just too many holes. And then with the outer, just the outer ring on, that is all right. But really, I can't see anything better than the standard Eco Camel with no adjustment. Although that inner, when you have it set like, it's quite a stiff adjuster thing. Okay, when you have it set like this, and try not to get all over yourself when you got your clothes on, when you have it set like that, it's all right. It's got quite a strong jet and a reasonable setting. So yeah, you've got some adjustability. Do you need it? I don't think so. So I wouldn't pay. Don't buy this for £42. It's a waste of money. In the house, it might be all right, but not in the motorhome. And lastly, the €6 or €7 Lidl special. It's quite big, a bit bigger than the Eco Camel, like the head of it. So it's only just fits behind the shower screen when it's up in its mount for travelling. Okay, it's got 5 positions which give you various combinations of these sprays. Let's have a go. So this is just the outer ring of sprays. It's all right, except that not having the centre holes working means that, like, it does all around your head, but not in the middle of your head, kind of, if that's what you're doing. Next step is, what's that doing? I'm not sure if I might have missed one there. So that's just the centre, no, not even the centre ring, it's the inner, but not the very inner. It's got a slightly intermittent jetty kind of feel to it. And then the next step, what's that doing? It's hard to tell when you've clicked into the position. I don't know. That's quite a strong spray, but it's obviously very small. It's nice having the option, but do you need it? It doesn't quite seal off between each one. For the money, it's fine. Like, it's almost as good as the Eco Camel, I reckon. It's all right. The other thing with this little one, it came with a little reducing washer that goes in the connection there with a very small hole in the middle of it. So let's see what difference that makes. Could use that for any of the shower heads. When I first tried it, I didn't notice it made a huge difference. It's supposed to work with as little as 1.5 bar pressure, so it should work in a motorhome with the pump I've got, which is 1.4 bar, close. Yeah, I can't really see a difference there. Maybe a little bit weaker. Yeah, see, look at that. If you tilt that, it comes out of the wrong spot. I mean, it's got all these different settings, but is that any use? You really just want one that works, don't you? Now, 2 other things. I've been here, when I say here, I mean the Europe, including the UK, from Australia, was like minimum of bit under 10 to maximum of pushing 20 when I left Australia. Really nice and sunny. Coming into winter, come over here for my usual summer trip. Been here a month, and look at this. Where the hell's the sun? What have you done with it? It's almost summer. Oh, blimey. Now, second thing is, I'm here in France, middle of France, at this tiny little village. And look, this puts England to shame. There's a lovely service point over there, free service point, and a big car park with, what have we got? Half a dozen motorhome spaces here. Free, absolutely free. Really nice and quiet at night. This puts England to shame. Scotland's a little bit better, but England is just the most shocking place. And everyone says, oh, they got more space here. It doesn't take that much space or money, and it solves so many problems. Like, they've probably got rubbish bins somewhere here, but in England, rubbish everywhere, poo in the bushes. It's disgraceful, really.